Hello everybody and welcome back to LTB Farms. Yeah, we're back to working on the lamb barn. We've been working on trying to get the hay table kind of resituated for our next lambing season, and think we have kind of a plan on how we're going to put it all together. So first thing we've got to do is get down here, and the feeder rails and stuff that were up on the front section of the lambing barn, we'll need to get that taken down and make room for the sections of the hay table. Also, want to remind you to make sure to stay tuned at the end of the video, because my wife is going to be sharing with us how she makes one of our favorite, you could call it a snack or appetizer recipes. That's going to be coming up at the end of the video, so make sure you stay tuned for that. So this feeder rail right here is what I'm going to be working on taking down and making room for the hay table to go in between these two posts here, and then we'll continue it on down that way once we kind of figure out how we're going to do it. We had most of these are up with screws, but we had problems with a couple of them. They kept wallowing out where the screws went through the holes on the feeders and pulling them off the feed rail. So I went back with these lag screws, and that fixed the problem. But getting to wonder if I was going to get it undone. Of course, the last one stripped out before it did anything. Yeah. Not far from it though. The board's still in pretty good shape. It's been up there about 3 years. I've gotten out about 4 bucket loads, I guess. Unfortunately, there's enough hay in this that with the bucket it tends to push and doesn't really scoop that well. So until we can get a grapple where we can go in, which we rented one a year or so ago, and it was wonderful. But with that grapple, you can just slide in underneath it, grab a hold, and pull it out. Without that, the hay just kind of tends to roll ahead of you and won't really scoop up that well. So I got 3 or 4 buckets out what I could. I'll come in, pull this back to the center, pull it back to the back, and start again. If we had a concrete floor in here, or a well-set concrete backer wall back there, that would make it even easier, because I wouldn't hesitate to push a little harder back against that concrete wall. But I don't want to keep pushing this against that hay table, because that section already needs to be repaired after being in service for about 3 years now. I don't want to make it any worse than it already is, plus I already have some hay on top of it. Yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about this time of year is you get home from work, you barely get started and it's already dark. Street lights or security lights are already on. Where's it at? Where's it? There it is. Yeah. So, I often tell people in the fall and winter time, I dislike it because you only get to see your animals on the weekends, or if not then, in about March. So, we're gonna go get started. Cows fed, sheep fed. I've got a ewe that I need to get some wormer to back in the back. If I can keep daylight long enough, I will attempt to take you with me for that. If she's still back there. Theresa said she was kind of laid up in the back. Not just, well, they were all back there just not too long ago. But you know what I'm saying. But you could tell that she just wasn't feeling it. So I'll see if I can get back there and get her treated. Also said that she has not seen the goats. Which is not really a surprise. But I really don't see them either. Unless they've made their way into the back field. I don't know. We may have to go on a search for them too. Whew. Came home and grabbed a bite to eat fast. Just a quick chicken salad. Not chicken salad, but salad with chicken on top. And I ate way too much. Whew. That's about normal for me though. Okay, also we've got a couple of days of rain coming in. That being said, we have a bale of hay in the barn that's getting real close to being done. So we'll need to get a bale. Let me get around to the light. We'll need to get a bale ready so that we can get it put in quickly tomorrow night whenever we have to do it. So I am going to have to switch out the forks, grab a bale. I'll park it up here somewhere and tarp it so at least it stays dry, but it won't be in the way of the barn. Let me go ahead and see if that girl is still in the back, and we'll get her wormed real quick. Well, found the goats. Yeah, they were hanging out back here in the back. She just didn't look this far. Oh, sorry, this far back. And unfortunately, the girl that needed wormed looks like she got up and went out with everybody else. I will carry you with me as much as I can through this process. 1, 2, 3 calves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cows. Okay, we're good. All right. Cows are doing good. Calves are doing good. In this cattle market, that's always a good thing to have the calves doing well. Yep, it is. Ram lambs are laid out there like they're happy, fat and sassy and happy. I like it when that happens. Pardon my heavy breathing. Whew. I just ate too much. Oh, all right. Let me get started before it gets much darker. Ben is getting a little low. I'm just going to tell you right now. But, I hear you. Yeah, she ain't much for touch. Not at all. But I tell you one thing. She's not much for people. She's hands off when it comes to people. But she ain't afraid of a tractor or anything else. When I was up in here cleaning out last time, she was just laid up there chewing her cud like, no big deal. Let me know when you're ready. Let me know when you're done. So gotta hand her that, because usually it's the equipment that freak them all out really bad, especially when they're in the barn. Nope. Yeah. We'll take this to the cows. Well, what I like now, it sure makes the blues stand out, don't it? That pretty is pretty back there. That shirt's pretty. Looks like I'm under a black light or something. Anyway, let's go get the cows real quick before it gets any darker. I just prefer to feed them before it gets very dark, just because it gets hard to get out of the way. You know what I'm saying? Most of them are black cows, and it's hard to see which way to move to keep from getting run over. Which I prefer not to get run over. I get run over pretty often, but anyway. Pardon the reflection of the camera on the glasses, but glasses are going to stay on. Just saying. I get tickled with that little girl right there with the black and white one every night, because she's not really into feed much yet. Week and a half, no, 2 weeks. Anyway, but I always wants to see, I always wants to take a look at it, take a gander at it, very curious. Hey baby, hi baby. Mama's like, don't you get too close. Come on. Mama, you gonna let me pet you? She says, are you okay? I'll make sure you don't get close to my baby. Curious, but not gonna quite get there, are you? Oh. She said, I just want my feed. Anyway, y'all can watch the lambs for a minute. Apparently I forgot to hit the record, but anyway, girls are fed. So now we're going to move to the ram pen over here. So there's the ram pen. I would take you with me, but there's no light in here. I like everything else. They like to get right in front of the gate. Alright. Rest of it right now is going to be tractor. Besides hay, I might as well fill up the hay manger while I'm here. Yeah, sure, why not? There, you're fine. You're okay. Alright, sorry, but the rest is pretty much going to be in the dark. I'm going to put a pallet down too. I did get the twine tied around it just to kind of help hold that on since it got windy. But just kind of help keep it a little drier until we're ready to feed it, whether it's tomorrow night or the next night. So, there we go. Now, all I have to do is water and be ready to head to the house. It's going to be very dark down there at the bottom, so I guess I'll leave you up here. So I guess for tonight's video, that's going to wrap it up. So we'll see you tomorrow evening.
Hi, I'm Theresa.
Hi, I'm her granddaughter Carmen.
I want to welcome you to our home. My family and I love hummus. And so I went on the Pampered Chef website and found the recipes to make my own hummus. And that way I know what's in it and I don't have to worry about there being any junk in it that I don't want. So today, Carmen and I are going to put together hummus for our family. And in the recipe, I will tell Carmen what she needs to put in, and she will be dumping it in our Pampered Chef blender. Okay, Carmen, we are going to start with a can of chickpeas. That's 1/4 can, or excuse me, 1 can, and then you retain 1/4 of the liquid. 1 can of Great Northern beans. 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, and these are our Pampered Chef 2-cup prep bowls. They come with their own little plastic lid. 1 tablespoon sesame seed, 2 tablespoons olive oil, 1 teaspoon salt, and 1/4 cup of the chickpea juice. And now we will place the lid on. Did you hear it? It means the lid's on and it's ready to go. So on the front here, it lights up, and I'll move the dial and it will light up where I need to go. And now there's smoothie, milk alternative, and I want grind. Okay, and it shows it's ready to go in our deluxe cooking blender. The trusty tapper is what you use to knock the stuff down when it's not in there getting blended up. It's almost done. 41 more seconds. It's lit and done. This is our on-the-go Pampered Chef bowl. It's a new product, came out this summer. It's even got its own spoon rest, and the lid hangs on the side of the bowl, so you don't ever have to worry where your lid is. That might even be the dinner bell ringing. All Alrighty, it looks wonderful. Let's try this before we end this one and try our hummus, our homemade hummus that we made today. Carmen? Mmm, so good. We'll have to make sure our cameraman gets some too. Okay, until next time, thanks for being here. Have a good afternoon.